Hi, I'm Nathan, Ninja Monkey, and today is Vlogmas Day 2. Many of you have been asking me what equipment I use to film, how I edit, how I go out on location, etc. And I thought that I could break it up into two parts. Firstly, all of my equipment, and secondly, how I actually go out and film. How I actually go out when I'm traveling, what I use, what I carry with me, etc. So at the moment I'm filming on my iPhone, and my iPhone is one of the most valuable things that I use when I'm actually filming, when I'm outdoors. A lot of my B footage is actually taken on my iPhone. I have an iPhone X, and I just wanted to start off by showing you my main camera. Now don't forget, the best thing for vlogging is whatever you have. Even if it's an iPhone, even if it's an Android device, whatever camera you might have, a point and shoot, just go out, get started, do it, okay? I actually started with a different camera. It was like a previous version of this one, and I managed to sell it and buy myself this one about 2 years ago now, I think, and it served me quite well. It's not the best vlogging camera, but like I said, you gotta use what you have, and this is what I have, so this is what I use. And this is an Olympus OMD EM5 Mark II, and the most important thing, in my opinion, about vlogging with a camera is that it has a flip out screen, because when you're holding it up and you're vlogging, you want to see what what's in the background, you want to see how you vlog, etc. And what I'm going to do now that I've shown you my camera is explain to you the microphone, and I actually have two because they keep on breaking, they're not very good. This is a Rode Video Mic Go, I believe it's called, and as you can see I've got a little bit of a plastic bag just holding it all together so it doesn't fall apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap to my main camera, and that way the audio and the video should be a lot better. So here we go. So I have swapped it out. My iPhone is here. This is what I was filming on before. It's quite good quality actually. I cannot complain. It does a really good job of especially slow motion. Really good job there, and it's probably the most convenient because you're always carrying it with you. And there's a few vlogs that I've actually filmed where I haven't actually had a plan, and I've ended up using my iPhone and nobody's ever even noticed. So really convenient and really discreet. You know, when I go into a store or if I go into a restaurant or somewhere that's really busy, I don't want to be pointing a huge camera, so I just use this. This is the DJI Osmo Mobile 2, and these two things put together are incredible. So with the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 and the iPhone connected together, it gives me some really steady shots, and it allows me to vlog, especially when I'm walking around the streets. It's great for live vlogging, or when I go live on YouTube or on Facebook. It's excellent for that. I initially bought it hoping that I'll be able to use it a little bit more for my B-roll, but I just find it really fidgety to set up. But it's great. It's got some really cool features like tracking, so when you're walking it follows you, and you can control it with a joystick, and it moves left, you see it, and it moves right. So it's quite handy. I have done a few vlogs using this actually, and with a button it actually changes position, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, so that's the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. My two lenses, the one that I'm using right now, the one that's on the camera right now, is a 12-60, and that means that it's the equivalent of 24 to 120 millimeters. And this one is one of my favorites. It's a 17 and it's an f1.8, so it allows a lot of low light, and I use this a lot when I am in darker places. The only problem with this is that because it's fixed length, it means that I really need to like get up and close to the subject of whatever I want to film, which at times is not the easiest thing to do. I also have a drone. This is a DJI Spark, and the great thing about this DJI Spark is that it's tiny. It's really small. Look at it. I mean, it's tiny. Look at it. It's really small. And the great thing is that it fits into any bag that I have. The only problem is that it comes with the most ridiculously big case for it, which I absolutely hate. So if anybody has any recommendations for cases for this thing, please tell me, because I'm dying to find something that I can use that's tiny and fits this and protects this. Please let me know in the comments if you have anything. So along with the DJI Spark, I actually have 3 batteries, the one that's in the actual Spark and 2 extra ones, and that's really important, especially when you're out there taking some drone footage, because these last maybe 12-15 minutes if you're lucky. And sometimes, you know, when you're like comfortable flying the drone, you want to make the most of it, and you always want to have an extra one, because you never know if you don't have time to shoot what you need. So batteries, and I've got them actually numbered. This is number 3, number 1, and it just helps me keep track of which ones I need to like recharge. Yeah, the Spark controller is a lifesaver, because really just having the phone doesn't really do the Spark any justice. With the phone, the Spark is a toy. With the controller, the Spark becomes a beast. Another camera that I carry with me that's tiny is the GoPro Hero 3. Yeah, I know that there's a Hero 4, Hero 5, probably Hero 7 by now. The great thing about the GoPro is that it's tiny. It might not have a screen, but just holding it in your hand can make a huge difference. It's so compact that usually holding it in your hand and walking around, people don't notice. I also have this lapel tie microphone that you can tie to yourself or connect to yourself. And the great thing about this microphone is that you can just tie it to yourself, and it's gonna give you a lot of really good audio without all the hassle and bustle, the background noise that's going on. In this bag, I have some GoPro accessories, head mount, and I also have a chest mount. So I try to keep everything together just to make things a little bit easier. I also carry all of my SD cards in some little handy pouch like this that closes. These are iPhone or phone mounts, and basically it means that I can get the phone, I can attach it to it like I'm doing there, and then this connects to a normal tripod. I also have a range of adapters that allow me to connect to my iPad or to my laptop, to my MacBook Pro. So this one, the lightning connector, connects an SD card to an iOS device such as an iPad or an iPhone, and this one here, it's an I think it's a SanDisk, and it's a USB-C that connects to a MacBook Pro. So these are very important. The first tripod that I ever got was this Gorilla Pod, and in theory it's fantastic. You can sort of bend the legs and, you know, connect them. The only thing is that after a few months they sort of lose their grippiness, so I've sort of stopped using this and only use it to connect a phone to it. My favorite has to be this one, the Manfrotto. It's the Manfrotto, and it's really sturdy, and it's just really excellent to kind of vlog with, to hold out. And I have this is a Peak Design, what is it called? I can't remember. I'll put it in the description anyway. But basically it allows you to quickly connect your camera to your bag or to a tripod. Along with all the equipment that I use, I also have my MacBook Pro, which is what I use for editing, and I also have an iPad and an Apple Pencil, and this is what I use to jot down any notes that I have, and it's very useful. You don't need a pencil, you don't need an iPad, you can use a pencil, a piece of paper, but I just find it really useful. Any ideas that I have, I just make a list and put it in here. And now I want to talk to you about bags, because bags are actually quite an important part, especially as a travel vlogger, and I have 2 of them. They're both made by Peak Design. This is the Peak Design Everyday 20-litre backpack, and the great thing about it is that it's got these side zips. Oops. It's got both side zips with lots of like little pockets to put your like your hard drive, your extra camera stuff. Then it opens up and it has loads of space in there. In the back, an area for you to put any information, any important information. It's got an area to put some important information there, and it's really sturdy. It's waterproof as far as I'm aware, and it's got this awesome magnetic system. This is the Everyday Messenger 13-inch, and it's awesome. I think it's my favorite out of the two. This is the one that I use when I'm actually out vlogging. It's really easy to carry and it fits a lot, you know? And it has the same magnetic system as the other one. And it's got these like, I have to take it out, but it's got these sort of like really strong Velcro connect like compartment systems, which are really cool. You can just compartment you can divide the bag into as many sections as you want. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the equipment that I use. Like I said before, the most important thing is that you use whatever you have. This is what I have after 2 or 3 years. I wouldn't expect anybody to start with what I have, and I know that there's a lot of people that have a lot more stuff than me. This is what I make do with, and I hope to buy a few more things in the future. If you have any recommendations on how to use the equipment that I have, or if you have any recommendations on gear that I think that I should have, please let me know in the comments below. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you found it informative, please thumbs up. If you have a comment, don't forget to comment below. Hit that ding dong notification button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. This was Vlogmas Day 2. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more in the future, including how I actually vlog when I'm traveling.